the Monstercast. Welcome back to the Monstercast.
That's it. I'm breaking up with Danny Doo.
I did that one for you, Leon.
That was great. High score. Great job.
Okay, we're doing Gold Island today. And like with
Oh yeah.
All right. Gold Island. Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack. And by a lot, I
Honestly,
mean
I'm excited to talk about Gold Island. Like we listen to
literally
the island
everything
before
that
we do
basically
these.
is just
And like
overcrowded.
it is I don't know, I'm optimistic about this one, guys. This is gonna be a good time.
okay,
We
just
are
like
actually
with Cloud
every
Island, we're
single
doing a
monster.
tier list, but just to make Drew a little happy bitch, we're also gonna go verse by verse. So basically, what I mean by this is that we're gonna start with the first verse, that intro verse, and then I'm just gonna randomize everything that exclusively plays in that intro verse, and then we'll go into the second verse, and then in the
If
third
we
verse.
did such a bad job on Cold, I would be prepared for the train wreck of Gold. Like, oh my gosh, we forgot about like.
Okay, but we're not gonna forget about anything this time because I have my randomizer. My randomizer's gonna keep track of this.
You are being pessimistic as shit today.
All right.
Yep, I will.
And then we're
I
gonna go
absolutely will.
ahead and save any monster that plays in more than 2 of the parts of Gold Island. We'll save till the end. Okay. Okay. So let's begin with the first monster.
Alright. What is it, Bandit? Potbelly?
And
Kongle?
our first oh fuck, Leanne! You jinxed it! We're talking about Dandy too.
Oh yeah.
I can't escape this
Why, though?
monster.
It's
I
voice
don't want
crack
to talk
Dandy
about
Doo.
Dandy Doo. There's nothing to say about it.
It's voice crack Dandy Doo.
Actually, no. You know what? You know, like the monster mishaps. I think Dandy Doo is legit better there.
Oh my god, this is the I wasn't prepared for this, but like it's one of the worst monsters on the island. God, it's so bad.
This is why I'm breaking up with Dandy Doo. Dandy Doo is like.
Like the melody's okay, but the book, like the performance, just cucks it entirely.
Oh, hey, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, voice crack. We love that so much.
You know what? I agree. I'd be willing to say it's a shit performance.
Well, I think we would all agree that Dandy Doo on Gold Island sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, do you even notice it in the full song?
Yeah, it's like one of the most notable things in its verse.
Bro, the first time I fucking listened to it, I didn't even notice it the first time.
Really didn't notice that
scrumptious
voice crack?
You keep bringing it up.
God, it's so...
Bro, I swear, if you noticed Sponge before Dandy Doo...
Bro, I actually heard Sponge before I heard Dandy Doo.
That's because Sponge plays before Dandy Doo.
Yeah, but Sponge plays more.
It plays like... Yeah, well, whatever. Dandy Doo's awful. I'd be willing to give it a clutter tier because it's just clutter.
Yeah, it really is just clutter. Honestly, a lot of the monsters on Gold would probably go to clutter tier.
So we've been talking crap about Dandy Doo the whole time. We're not even going to put it in Weekend's Island.
Do you want to put it in Weekend's Island? Is it that bad?
I mean, you guys sound like you want it to be in there.
Bro, it only plays in one verse, and it's like the clutter verse. So, like, let's just put it in the clutter tier because that entire verse is just a problem.
I'd be willing to give it Weekend's Island because it weakens the transition between that first section and second.
Honestly, just because I'm so salty, I'd be willing to put it there. And even, like, unsalty, like, unbiased, I'd probably put it there as well.
Yeah, it's awful. It's just awful. It's such an awful monster.
Even unbiased, I'd put it there because there's, like, a period of time where I really didn't like Dandy Doo.
It's like, it's one of the worst vocal tracks in all of MSM. I will stand by that till the end of time.
I guess I'm trying to think about, yeah, even then, like, it's just
Alright, the next monster is going to be...
Kongle.
Close, Noggin!
Yo,
Island. Wow,
Okay.
what an innovative
See, this
monster!
is
It
how
totally
Hollow
exists.
artificially inflates the video because what do you talk about Noggin on this island about?
Yeah, it just exists. Let's move on.
No, I actually know what it does. It just goes dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's
Like-
literally half a flat island noggin. We know like
It's
Air
not the
Island
same
noggin, like
sound.
literally nothing.
they didn't
Gold is
reuse it
even
from
more
air.
nothing. Bro, there's better percussion than noggin. There's literally T-Rocks on the island.
See, here's the thing about talking about Gold Island is that this is one of the most it's average percussion monster number 96, and all we gotta mention is that it's average percussion monster number 96 that adds nothing to the song.
Alright, let's
Actually, I'd probably put it above that. I'd put it average air filler.
Really? I wouldn't. Honestly, it does nothing.
honestly I kind of feel like
I don't know, bro. I can't listen to Gold Island if I don't hear dun dun dun
I feel like
dun
Uncle
dun
does more.
dun dun.
And that's saying something.
Alright,
All right, next monster.
there's nothing to talk about here. Alright, next monster is going to be...
Damn it.
Wrong! It's gonna be Maw!
Oh yeah, this one's a good one.
Okay, I guess Mon's
It's fine.
decent.
I don't like
Mon's
it.
decent.
I think its performance is kind of eh.
Huh?
Way better than Danny.
It's better than
Where do you
Danadil.
put it?
It's part of the issue
Oh,
of
they
Gold
seriously
Island.
do this thing again, where it's like there's a huge jump in the tier list between like bad and good.
No, it's right
Nah.
here.
Honestly, I feel like with I feel like Ma is like fine, but the problem is just the first verse.
I think it's part of the problem, just half decent melodies coming in, coming out that don't really work together.
Half decent melodies that kind of just all result in clutter.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
clutter.
think it's that bad.
Like, it's not that bad on its own, but in the full song, like, it serves no real purpose.
So, do we even put it in like it's either
I would
exists
put it in
or like
contributes.
contributes but can be flawed.
I don't think it contributes.
So what? Just
I think
exists
it
then?
does.
I put it in clutter. I'm gonna be real, I think it's clutter.
No, I'd say it exists.
What do you think, Arrow?
I think it's about like average air filler.
Alright,
Country
Liam,
boy.
what do you think?
It's
Well, I think we all basically just put in completely different tiers.
Yeah. If
Anyways,
we
yeah.
round that out, then it's either average air filler or exists.
I'll put it in exists. Just to even it out. Alright, next monster! Okay, here's a decent one. Let's talk about Mammoth.
oh yeah.
Can we just say that it massively contributes and just move on?
Nah, yeah. I would but the Mammoth does
Mammoth doing Mammoth things like bum
it's
bum
like
bum bum
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it's kind of fun.
It's
I guess
the
it,
guy
like,
from
it
Gold
gives
Island,
some
but it's
idea of what Gold Island's trying to sound like.
it helps that it's one of the first ones you get.
Mammoth is the intro of the song alongside Fog and Potbelly, and I think that's a very awesome trio. So I give it the high tier.
I agree with that.
yeah, I agree with that.
Alright, next monster also has a good vocal performance. Okay. Okay, it's time to talk about seasonal tracks again. I got Blabbit.
Bro, this is like the
Blabbit exists.
Oh, it's a seasonal track thing here ever since we talked about you on Cold Island.
The seasonals are so weird on this island because, like, some of them actually, like, shut up. Time step roots, get on it!
Blabbit burp.
I was doing Blabbit's track just then, and I was gonna say like the burping is part of the track too.
Okay. Alright,
So
anyways.
if Blabbit actually did that, I think it would warrant legendary tier.
No, that would be F tier. Worst monster ever if it did that.
Okay, but imagine it, like Blabbit burping to transition into verses.
I'd kill
Yeah,
myself.
You know how
Goodbye,
Hollow
world.
thinks of, like, Ma?
You know what's funny? I can actually see like Blabbit burping.
Bro, let's not talk
Like
about
I can see
Blabbit
that working for
burping.
Blabbit.
Let's
You're
stop
evil.
talking about Blabbit burping.
You're evil. Okay. Seasonals are weird on this island because, like, half of them feel like actual seasonals tracks and span on other monsters, and the other half don't. And Blabbit's one that doesn't. So like,
Blabbit is kind of clutter, not gonna lie.
I
It's like one of the.
Blabbit.
It's like one of the few. Hmm? You go.
Who?
here's my opinion.
I just think it exists.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it does
Blabbit.
nothing.
One of Blabbit.
I honestly think it's kind of just clutter,
I
but
put
mostly because
Okay.
it's the first verse.
I put it in
Okay, guys.
exist.
Okay, guys. I have 3 monsters to tell you guys about, and Blab is one of them.
Oh,
Oh, no, we're gonna die here. We're gonna talk about Asian sugar bush. Next,
Precisely.
we're gonna talk about sugar bush and
Oh,
Blabbit.
wait.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, this is why suddenly I'm reminded like Gold Island is kind of hype. Not gonna lie.
We're all gonna fucking die.
I'm not. I'm having a great time.
This
You're
is-
the only one who's gonna die, Leon.
yeah. If anyone's dying, it's you.
You've been asking for it the whole time. All right, next monster.
Yeah, I like Blabbit as a monster, but it's not good on this island. All right.
We already have 3 monsters in exist. That's crazy. We'll get to them
And we
later
might
on.
as well add a force. Because we're talking about Congo.
Okay, just a
I mean,
kid.
it's not bad. I put it in average.
Actually, yeah, I would put it an
Nice.
average.
I'm gonna
Like,
change.
because like it's not like it's like when you can notice it, it's actually like a really pleasant drum.
Let me be honest. I think Congo does more than Noggin.
I would agree. I mean, of course it does, because like Congo, it's like yeah, this is a vibe. But a noggin is just
Okay,
like
guys,
dun,
I'm
dun,
gonna
like
change. I'm gonna change how you guys see Gold Island Congo. Gold Island Congo sounds like composer Noggin.
Whoa.
Wow, my mind's been blown. I'm definitely gonna do stuff with that information.
It's the absolute silence tells me all I need to know.
Crickets.
Yeah, literally, what am I supposed to do with that information?
Yeah, it's average air filler.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have anything to say about it. I'm just going to put it there. All right, next monster.
Yeah, Holland doesn't have anything to say to his husband.
Congo, my husband? Congo? Seriously, Congo.
I mean,
Okay, remember that period of time where like you viscerally hated Congo for no reason?
That was completely ironic.
I think I figured it out. It's because it has Kong in the name.
Kongian.
Yo, I get it, Leon, I get it.
Alright, just run the next damn monster before I kill myself.
Donkey Kongo.
Holland's gonna regret doing this to our style.
Alright, Potbelly.
Can we just put it in massively contributes?
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan, honestly.
What? Really? You don't like it?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said I'm not a fan. Well, actually, I'm trying to remember what it does. Actually, no, I don't even remember what it does. Because when I listen to Gold Island, I don't even hear it.
Bruh. It's bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-da. That's an awesome duo right there. Like, easily high tier.
Okay. It's a good duo. I guess it's just like Cold Island where I'm not a fan of the voice. I don't know.
I
think you
love
just
it,
go
honestly.
like nasally, multi-headed plant high score.
Bro just outed himself. Alright, next monster.
It's like me with raspy voice monsters. I'm very picky about them. Alright, next one.
I'm offended.
Arrow, we know your voice ain't raspy.
Oh boy, I can
I couldn't do
smell
that.
the exists tier from here. Sponge!
No,
Yeah,
personally,
it really exists.
I think we need to put it with Danny Do. Because, like, when we listen to it, like, I noticed it, and it is not great.
Dun, dun. It's very shrill.
Yeah, it literally just exists for me. It's just
No, but, like, it's not even, like, good whistling. Like, it's like what I said in Cold Island, where, like, the whistling in Cold Island felt, like, natural and very good. But this just feels like amateur whistling that, like, it's not even trying. And it just kind of weakened it for me. Like, I don't even think it's terrible, but, like, I genuinely think it weakens.
I agree,
Bro,
honestly.
like, whistling could really work for, like what's the send-off tone that, like, Gold Island has. But Sponge just ain't it for me.
Here's what I think. I don't think it's as bad as Stand and Do, but I agree that it's just a really not fun track to listen to. I give it Clutter. Like it's another half-assed
I
two
agree with
semester
Clutter.
movie.
Yeah, if you're gonna say that, yeah, you give it Clutter.
Yeah, it's not. It's not good. Like
Sponge had potential on an island like Gold Island. They did not do anything with it.
Damn, I'm the only one who left Sponge on this island.
Like whistles go so hard with like send off tones. Like the end, like you're watching like the end of like a cartoon series, like just like whistling, it just does it. And they didn't do it with Sponge.
You can stop Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
I think blood cancer patients need us now.
yeah, Sponge is pretty bad, honestly. Next monster.
Alright. Are we gonna talk about the second of the Death Trio?
Okay. Oh no, we're not. We got a good one. Deej.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, it's the second one of the Death Trio.
What do you mean, Death Trio? This one's good.
Blabbin' Dean Sugar Bush, remember?
Oh.
Why is that trio? Why is it called the Death Trio?
Cause Arrow.
Because someone posted that trio once and then just freaking left.
What? Wait. So like, you mean like someone like joined the server, posted that, and that's all they did, and they left?
No, there was someone in the MSM community who made like MSM trio videos and stuff, and the last one they posted was freaking Deej, Blabbit, and Sugarbush on Gold Island.
So what? They got bullied into leaving the community?
I don't know. They just left. The last video they posted was that, and now whenever anyone. And
When
now
you
the
say
joke.
Death Trio, it implies that it's like a bad trio.
I think Deej contributes, but it's flawed.
I would disagree.
But only because it's played in the Clutterverse.
No.
Nah.
It could either be. Do we think it's legendary?
No, I don't think it's that good.
Alright, fine.
I don't even think it's above and beyond.
Deej is that it's one of the first things when Deej plays, like you immediately notice it. Like Deej is one of the things that like make Gold Island. Because it's like so different for Deej standards.
Actually, now you know what? If Ramen and Popular are massively contributes, I would put Deej in massively contributes.
Yeah.
That would be Deej's lowest, honestly.
I love
Like
the
Deej is
melody.
just so good on Gold Island.
It's such a pleasing melody. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Come on now, like.
When I first listened to Gold Island, I didn't even think it was Deej. I thought it was Ma.
Imagine this, but it's Sponge, and Sponge is whistling this.
Bro, that would go crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Deej is really, really good. I don't know if it's as
Despite Deej being the cold quad, we found some heat.
true.
Would we actually put it above and? I mean, it technically is above and beyond because, like, it's not even percussion. Like, this is completely new for Deej.
What do you?
I think Deej could have done percussion when Shelby doesn't play. Cough, cough.
Well, okay, listen, guys. Let's take a vote. Do we think it's above and beyond?
Yes.
I'd be willing to put it there if you guys think it
pushing
is.
it, but
I give it above and beyond
Well,
then.
Think about it. If Deej just did its own percussion thing, it would just be average, like underwhelming Deej. But they made the decision to make Deej a synth when like they didn't even need to.
yeah,
And it
but
pops the frick off. Again, the melody it makes like this is one of the standout melodies, monsters in Gold Island.
and you know what? I think of all the
You can't
things
have
that
Gold
play in
Island
the
without
first.
Deej. Everyone loves this.
I think of everything that plays in the first Deej, it's like good. I mean, I guess it's the better sense compared to like what we would have had.
Like
What do you mean? What we would have?
in the Gold Island chaos, like Deej stands out. It is the pillar in the darkness.
It is something that's actually good to focus on. I wish I could say that about like 50% of the other melodies that play there, but I can't.
I swear with the Optimus Prime quote.
True.
Quote.
That's very
I
Optimus Prime
am
core.
Optimus Prime.
All right, next monster. Deej is great.
All right, what's the next?
Okay,
monster?
great.
All right, we went from great to mid. Toe Jammer.
Dude, well, you don't even hear Toe Jammer. It just exists.
Yeah, Toe Jammer is really awkward. It works better in the full song, but like
I don't know. I don't.
I can see what they were trying to do with it actually.
It
But
actually
You
I
see,
don't
it
know.
works
It
better in the
just
whole
kind of
song. You don't even
exists.
hear Toe Jammer.
I think this Toe Jam is trying to be more somber.
I don't know,
Like-
man. It sounds off to me. Like something about it just doesn't fit in.
No, I can get behind it, but like again, it just sounds awkward if you don't have everything else there.
I feel like
Yeah.
I think Toe Jammer's trying to do an ethereal
I
workshop
think the
right
highest
there.
we can put it is contributes, but can be flaw.
I don't think it contributes. If you remove it, nothing happens.
It literally just exists.
I don't know. Would we give it average air filler or exists?
That's a good question. What do you guys think?
It just exists for me.
I think it's an average air filler.
I'd be
I
willing to
don't
give.
even know. It's like I only think it's terrible. Like if you're like building Gold Island early on, but I guess if we were thinking about like the full song, it doesn't even matter because you probably don't even notice it.
I don't see. I feel bad over putting it higher when we put Ma and Blab so low. So I feel like if we're being
Okay,
fair,
it's definitely better than Noggin.
All right. What's the next one?
Let's move
No, I
on.
don't want to think about this anymore. I don't care where you put it.
I'm putting it exists. Next monster is Thumpies.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is another monster that just exists. It literally is just Mammoth, but weaker. You don't even fucking hear this piece of shit.
I like it honestly. I
How
put it
many
with
monsters
Congo.
can you say you actively
I put it
hate
with
on Gold
Congo.
Island?
I agree with Gerald. I think it's honestly better than Kongo.
Yeah, because even if you don't like, it's still a timpani, like goaded instrument.
I feel
Like, it
like
doesn't
now that I
sound
think
bad.
about it, like
It has a nice, when it goes through a note.
I'd argue it even enhances Gold Island's theme. Like, if this isn't a bad track at all.
It does have
Yeah,
a nice
something
roll.
systematically, but it's just so quiet and it's just Mammoth again.
who
Yeah, at
cares?
least it's not bad.
How many monsters?
And if
can
it's
you
quiet
actually
and it's
hate on
not
Gold
cluttering
Island?
anything up either. Yeah, I'd say average air filler is warranted.
Here's the thing about Thumpies. I always feel like, you know what it is? I think Thumpies is really just trying to add the bass to Mammoth. That's what I feel
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, I guess
You know
that's
what, you're
important
right,
because
because
there's
on,
no
like,
castle base.
On freaking Plant Island, there is no Thumpies, and Mammoth is like really bassy, and like every island that Mammoth is Thumpies on, like Thumpies copies Mammoth, and Mammoth isn't as bassy. And on like Air Island, where Thumpies also isn't there, like Mammoth is bassy again. So you're right, Hollow. I never even thought about it like that.
Exactly, man.
We just figured out why Thumpy copies Mammoth. We're making history.
Making history. All right,
Just
what's the
wait
next
until Mimic
monster?
copies Mammoth.
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think of Mimic on Cold Island?
Okay, Flog.
Alright, oh, just put in massively contributes. You said that's the part of the trio.
I do think it's part of the really good trio.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't feel anything. Okay, wow. I just forget Flog exists on the silent.
I feel like it's a nice compliment to the Mammoth and Potbelly duo.
You're right. I don't really have an opinion on it, so you guys can be the
I'll
judges.
give it the high tier.
Alright, that's fair.
Alright, not much to say on Flog. Next monster.
Yeah, Flog is a self-explanatory monster.
Are we gonna do?
No, we're doing Wobox.
Let's go!
Oh wait.
Oh, dude. Flog's actually good on this island, no, not gonna lie.
Bro, the fact that Wobox literally just exists.
Okay, it does exist, but like, it doesn't destroy the island.
It just shows how cluttered gold is. Like even Wobox kind of just exists.
Yeah, Wobox couldn't do its normal usual thing. Like even Wobox had to tone it down.
It doesn't destroy the verses it plays in, which is a goddamn miracle for this monster.
For me, it either exists or cluttered.
I'd say average air filler. That's like the best we can do.
Standards, though.
Because like it's a good track.
Oh, isn't it technically above and beyond for Wobox standards then?
Never talk to me again.
I mean, he's not wrong. If this is like if this is a good Wubbox and it's like a rarity, then that's like above and beyond for Wubbox standards.
No, but that's Wubbox. This is Gold Island standards, and by Gold Island standards, it's still nothing.
I'd say average air filler.
I give it
Yeah.
exists, honestly.
I'd give it exists. Exists at best, clutter at worst.
Is clutter at worst?
Mario, you gotta stand up for your robot kind.
I'm going to stand up for my kind.
The hell?
I mean, I guess it's not the worst
Arrow with full
Wubbox.
verbalace right there, bro.
I guess it's not the worst Wubbox, at least.
I
Yeah,
get.
true. Like it's about the principle. This is a good Wubbox.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's.
Well, not the worst Wubbox on this island.
I'd say it's still bad, but like.
No, I think it's average air filler. I don't think it's bad at all.
I think it exists, really, which is like.
It's average air filler.
Arrow, you're gonna be our tiebreaker. Or kind of. Well, it's 2 against 1 right now.
My Robo Boy, average air filler.
Okay, we're completely tied as a group.
Wubbox being,
Okay.
Wubbox being average
But,
is
like,
so fucking
okay,
funny, but
this
so does
compare
Wubbox
Wubbox to
existing.
Noggin. Noggin is like underwhelming nothing. Wubbox has like rhythm. It's fun.
Alright. I'll give it average
Yeah,
air filler.
I guess Wubbox does technically contribute as
Like
much as
it's
Congo.
not nothing. Like it's still Wubbox, so it's interesting.
That's not saying a whole lot, but anyways, moving on.
Better not exist here. All right, finally, what's next?
Are we gonna talk about?
Nope, we're talking about Furcorn.
Damn.
I forgot what Furcorn does.
Da 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 da.
Okay,
Oh
can we
yeah, I
just
remember
say,
what it does.
There you go.
can we just say that?
Oh yeah, it's really good actually. Wow, how did I forget
Yeah,
Furcorn?
Furcorn is like
really good.
really good. Can we put it above and beyond at least?
That's I honestly that's a little generous coming from me. I give it the high tier.
Yeah, this is a high tier Furcorn. This is a really good melody. The voice
I
is
feel like a
perfect.
lot of Furcorns are just above and beyond. I feel like that's kind of like what they intend on Furcorn. Like, I think like nearly every island with Furcorn, it's like
Wow.
you don't expect Furcorn to
Furcorn's
be
really
so
good.
good.
I mean, yeah, it's the MSM mascot. They gotta
The
get
lowest we can put it is massively contributes and has no flaws. So do we think it's above and beyond though?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, I agree with these guys.
Okie dokie. Above or beneath Siege? That's the question.
Oh, that's hard.
I get.
Honestly,
That's
above.
tough actually.
I'd give it above just because it has more solid placements.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Above.
Alright, fair.
All right, that just leaves Jamboree for the first
Furcorn is usually,
section.
honestly, one of the better boss. Oh wait, we're talking
Alright,
about.
to be honest, I love Jamboree on this island. I don't care what anyone says.
Agreed. This is a good. It's a good.
Like, bro, everyone wanted Jamboree to come to Gold Island. We got what we fucking asked for.
Yeah, then everyone
Yeah.
complained
Okay,
anyways.
I'm gonna say this because I feel like I want to compare it to both Blabbit and Deej, where it's like I think it's better than Blabbit, but it's worse. But it's very much worse than Deej.
I'll say when it released, it used to be better because like they didn't add like the right effect to it, but it sounded better.
Well,
And then they added it, and it just
sounded fucking off.
no, it sounded better than it sounds
I
now.
think I would honestly put it in contributes, but can be flawed at times.
Okay, that's a fair placement. That's the lowest we should put it.
I think
But genuinely, I think it's just the sound that Jamboree has because, like we said earlier, like Jamboree has like this really nostalgic like sound to it for some reason. Like it sounds that way, and it really works for Gold Island.
as a seasonal track, I can't tell what on earth is Toronto amplified, but you know what? At least it sounds good.
Yeah, see, Hollow gets it.
I'll-
Yeah, I would
The
probably
lowest we can put it is
flawed.
contributes what can be flawed. Do we think it deserves any higher?
Nah, I don't think it's as good as the
Nah.
others.
It doesn't do much wrong.
You know what? I actually have to agree with that because if I think it sounds
Yeah.
worse now, then yeah, that's the best we can place it.
All right, that's the first
Wow,
section.
great
Everything that
first of all.
exclusively plays in the first section. Let's move on to the second section.
Bro, what do you mean?
Guess we can talk about Sugarless now.
We're gonna
plays
talk
in two
about
parts.
anything that plays more than 2 sections last.
Okay, that's fair. I figured that's how we were doing it because, like, I noticed we left out a few things.
All right, next.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
First monster service. Okay, I'm excited to talk about the second section because it's a lot better than the
You're
first.
excited to talk about sex? Whoa.
Yeah.
No, shut up! Shut up! Did not say that. Absolutely did not say that.
Yo, we got to talk about low quality Tweedle and Brat that's like very much just there.
Nope, we're talking about seasonals.
I like Yule, honestly.
The only thing I can say about Yule on Gold Island is that it's at least better than Yule on Cold Island, even though it does literally
Yeah, it
mostly
does
the same thing.
literally. I wouldn't say literally the same thing, but it feels like they actually knew what they were doing with this Yule.
I don't like that it cuts off. Like it goes
like the
ham.
Ho 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 really works. The jingle bells add a lot. I think this is a good Yule track.
I would agree if it wasn't for its placements. It cuts off halfway through, and I do not like that.
I don't. I never.
I think this is more
that's the
of a
thing about like this whole verse. Apparently, there's like a whole cutoff with this verse. It never bothered me.
It's gonna be more of an issue later. When we talk about another monster, it's gonna be more of an issue. But for now.
Okay, fair. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
What, Shelby?
Shush.
God.
Don't
Leave
spoil.
it to Leon to say what everyone's thinking. Alright, anyway, I think we should play with Jamboree then.
Yeah, it contributes, but it's flawed because it cuts off. It's a massive improvement over Cold Island. I'll give it that.
Better, I guess.
At least it does something, unlike on Cold. Alright, next.
It's worth its existence. And actually adds to the song.
Alright, now we're talking about Tweedle.
Bro, this is like
This
is like if I record the Team Air Tweedle and then somehow it ends up on Gold Island.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't even think this is bad. I see why people say it's bad, but like, it's an instance where like in the full song, like it's not that bad.
Guys, Gold Tweedle is the single lowest quality monster for a time.
I think it's because they give it like all the voices, and so it almost just sounds like a choir, which is really funny, but it works.
I would probably just. The thing is, Tweedle compositionally is really good. It's just the voice quality is like really fucking bad.
No, you don't even notice it in the full song. You don't even notice it in the song. Like, yeah, we can talk about like bad quality bikes and stuff, but that's only if like they're actually noticeable. And like Gold Island is Gold Island, and you act like you can hear a freaking fly buzzing in a mic in Gold Island.
This is interesting.
That's honestly generous for me.
Courtney hears a who out this bitch. He hears a freaking who and freaking and suddenly it's Weekend's Island here.
I mean, I have free heads.
Literally, Leon.
Leon is all ears. We never knew this.
Probably hear shit.
Wait, Leon is all ears? Mark, Leon is all queers.
Wow, rare moment where someone beats
guys,
me
what do
into a queer
you
joke.
think of Tweedle? Because clearly, I'm in the wrong.
This is, y'all know this is my guilty pleasure.
I think this is actually a good Tweedle. It's just the voices sound a bit weird, but
I think the most fair place to put it is contributes but can be flawed at times.
Well, do we actually? All right, consider it from like a full song standpoint. Is it actually as flawed as we think it is?
I think sometimes.
We got into like the physics behind it, but like, do we notice these flaws in the full song? Do they like damage?
I don't think they damage, but I do notice them.
You know what? I guess since we actually felt the need to bring them up, I guess it is fair to put it there.
Like, I think
Tweedle
it's
most certainly contributes to the song.
It's a lot more interesting than Querister, but it is held by it's just the quality. I don't know, like the filter or what, if it's a filter just in my quality, but it gets a little muddy.
I would disagree. I don't notice my quality at all.
And that's coming from me. Like, this is my guilty pleasure. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do.
No, I can get behind it too. Wow.
Wait, yo, we talked about every single element monster.
Yo, wait, did we? The air plant.
Wrong, because seasonals count as singles.
True, I guess.
And Sugarbush.
Oh wait, yeah, sugar bush.
All right, our next monster. Okay, I'm excited to talk about the rest. Reeling, let's go! Reeling on Gold Island!
Oh yeah, Reeling. It's great on Gold Island, actually.
Can we just say that it massively contributes at worst?
Okay, I have to rant about this one because I adore Reeling on this island. Because, like,
Okay, the hall orgasm is commencing.
shut up. Da da da. Dun da da da. Dun da da da. And what Dave could have done, he could have just went da da dum, bum, and that would have been boring. But no, he goes like da da dun, dun, and like it makes it so that the track is so calming and soothing and goes so well with Quibble. And like the rhythm, of course, lovely, gotta love it. It's Reetling doing Reetling things and Reetling's doing amazing things. I love it so much. It's such a pleasing track to my ears.
Actually, yeah, you know what?
I love when Reedling is good.
Yeah, you don't see that very often nowadays.
I have no idea if I genuinely think that Reeling's above and beyond, or if it just massively contributes.
I don't think it can be put above and beyond because when we were listening to it, I honestly didn't even notice it. But I am willing to give it credit where it's due.
I think if we're being fair, like its composition isn't like as much as Fur Corner Deej, but it's definitely high tier at least.
Again, your composition, it doesn't need to be like interesting to be good because if you have like a good sound in general.
I would argue he is interesting.
All right, well then I agree with his placement then.
All right then, Reetling's awesome. We love old
that was the best place we could have put it.
The older
I mean, at
Reetlings
least
are just
Reeling
better.
doesn't play any sour notes.
Yeah, man. Older Reetlings are just better than the newer
Back
ones.
when Reedling wasn't
Honestly, older Reelings are just nostalgia.
Back when Reedling wasn't defined by sour notes.
Old Reeling is actually just nostalgic.
I love it so much. All right, we got 4 monsters left for this section. It's gonna be Emprat.
Yo,
Wait, Hollow. Pom Pom technically plays out multiple parts.
Oh, you're right. It does. I don't care. We'll use that as segue into the third.
Oh yeah, she plays in 2 verses.
I forgot that she does. Listen.
Yeah, let's talk about Hula without Pom Pom.
No, listen. We'll talk about both, and we'll talk about Octopus next, and then we'll talk about those two, and that's gonna be our transition.
Doesn't matter.
We're gonna transition. We're gonna use Pom Pom to transition to the next verse. Okay.
We could use transition to this verse.
Anyways, we're talking about Emprat right now, and Emprat is Emprat.
Actually, you know what? If Quill contributes what is flawed, Emprat is that too.
Is it really flawed though?
I don't think it's flawed. I just don't think it really does anything.
See, this is where we're like at a standstill because, well, actually, I guess average air filler doesn't mean flawed.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. To be honest.
Yeah, I think if we have literally nothing to say about it, that's pretty self-explanatory.
All right, next monster. That's gonna be Octopus. I don't want to think about Emprat no more.
Can we just put Octopus in legendary?
No, it's not legendary. There's no way it's legendary.
Yeah. We got like 2 monsters in the legendary tier. Neither of them are Octopus.
I put it in the Above and Beyond. Octopus is really good.
Beyond because I feel like Octopus is like kind of the same quality as Furcorn for me.
Yeah, I think Octopus deserves Above and Beyond.
Yeah, I don't think there's any arguing about that. Like, it carries the verse it plays in.
Again, like, all these 3 monsters, like, they are some of the standouts on this island. Like, there's the good stuff, like, you know, the trio, Reedling, and then there's stuff that stands out.
You do a good Octopus. Wow, I can't believe we went from, like, good Octopus to mid Octopus back to good Octopus.
You're kind of right, honestly.
And I think the next island we talk about Octopus is just...
What is the next island we're talking? Oh.
There's a lot of islands left that still have Octopus. Water Island, Psychic Island, Continent.
Oh.
The next island is the Arrow Takeover.
Oh, that's right.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
isn't
not. We're
that
not doing
it?
Haven next because there's gonna get a Colossi. And
Your
then we're
mom's
gonna
getting
do-
a Colossi. Alright, next monster. Oh wait, that's right. We're talking about Pom Pom and Hula. See, this is what I meant when I was like, half of them are seasonals and half of them are no. Because like, Hula's an actual traditional seasonal track.
Jula.
Duh.
I said Hula.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Pom Pom and Hula both massively contribute. Pom Pom is technically better because it does also have that second track that's honestly pretty good.
I've seen a lot of people hate on these two, and I don't understand why. Like, what's so bad about them?
It's because Hula moans.
Your face moans.
Yeah, Hall, I'm sure Liam does moan. You can attest to that.
Shut!
Hula's like, pretty guy. You're pretty.
Hall can vouch for that Liam moans.
No, no, I can't. Shut up! I swear to God. You're the actual worst. You are actually the worst. I hate you.
This is what happens when you don't tell me things beforehand. You get what you deserve.
Die!
You get what you fucking ask for, bro.
I like how Pom Pom kind of does both the calm and the energetic part, and it's both perfect.
You're right, actually.
I think it's a really strong duet that I like. Like, it goes so well with Octopus, and I don't think they do anything bad. I don't understand why everyone hates them so much.
I guess
This is another case of
Honestly, I don't even know if I see them duetting with Octopus or not.
I do. I mean, it's a trio, but whatever.
This is another case of Pom Pom and Hula working together to do a great melody.
Pomni.
Jula.
I mean, this is like the most melodic Pom Pom ever. Like, Pom Pom never quite reaches this kind of melodiness to it ever again.
Party?
Party isn't even a melody. What are you on?
Parity.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah, I'd say we put it with like Mehmet Riedling tier.
Mehmet
Or the
Riedling.
Pom Pom that I guess Hula follows after.
And of course, the second track only adds to Pom Pom being great on this island. Like, it's a good way to cap
the
up.
second track that's the better of the two.
The second track honestly makes me want to put Pom Pom above Flog.
Actually, I'm okay with
It
that.
is better than Flog.
They are better than Flog.
Because Flog is just a really drawn out. Well, meanwhile, like again, it's like it's interesting.
They're very, very, very good. I like them a lot.
He is very good.
All right, final verse. This is the one I've been waiting for.
Honestly, the best verse in the song.
Well, let's.
Okay.
No way.
Dip.
Okay, let's talk about Riff first.
Yo, Riff was crazy in this verse.
Okay, honestly, I do want to make comparisons of Riff to Chorister because, like, literally the one thing Riff has better than Chorister is the rhythm.
Yeah, Riff is great on this song. No one fucking talks about it. It's appropriate for the verse. It sounds awesome. It does everything it needs to do. It's a great track.
Literally, the one thing Riff has going for it is the rhythm.
Yeah, you're right. It's so rhythmic. This is great. I put it with like the link here. And again, it's like reading laws. It's relatively simple. Like there's little intricacies that make it really good, and it just sounds great.
Goes well with like Punkleton and Cybop.
I'm gonna be real.
I was almost gonna say there was no other verse they could have put Riff, but like guitars are very versatile instruments, so Riff could have played as much as like Monsters that Quibble and Bogart do.
I'm gonna be so real with y'all's. I don't have an opinion on it. I literally don't know what to say.
That's awesome. All right, guys, let's put it with massively contributes. What do you say?
I don't have an opinion on it, so I don't care. All right. Next monster. Okay.
What, are we gonna talk about Riff but more rhythmic?
No, we gotta talk. Okay, you know what? Let's get all four of them out of the way while we're at it, because they're all.
We're talking about Pango.
Okay, let's start. Okay. I know everyone bites down on the four of them for being nothing, but I would argue that Pango is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
I have to agree with Hollow here. Like everyone acts like all the minimal percussionists in this verse are just like there's nothing but like
I'll be
I've
honest. I would
listened to
probably.
Gold Island and like they are not bad tracks. They do everything they
I'll
need
be
to do.
honest.
They just don't stand out because they get just
Okay.
overshadowed.
I do have different opinions of the four monsters. Like, I think Shrub is actually pretty good. Scuffs is like a little bit worse than Shrub, but it's still good. Pango, I don't even have an opinion on at all, and Drumpler is actually ass.
Drumper is literally not bad. It's just a simple freaking snare drum rhythm. What's your
He's
beef
talking
with
about-
Trumpeter,
Bro,
bro?
it doesn't even have a rhythm.
No, he's talking about that weird ass fade in, fade out they give to Jumpler.
What fade? Drumper does not have a fresh fade, bro.
Yeah, he has
Look
like
at his
this
cut.
like little fade in the track. I don't understand why it does, but like it's so weird and it's
People
weird to
shit
listen to
on
it by
Yellow for
itself.
being sampled. Drumplers is sampled even worse.
Okay, Leon. Of course, Leon talks.
All right, here's my thing. I give Pango the high tier because I actually think it adds something to the song. Are we good with
I
that?
don't even notice Pango, honestly.
I
Like,
have no
I don't
opinion.
even think it's
sure.
bad. It's just one of the monsters I notice the least.
Yeah, I have no opinion, so sure. I guess Pango's up there. Shrub, I feel like it's surprisingly catchy of a rhythm. It's just drowned out.
Shrub is like I like it. I just don't think it was put in the right verse.
It's really unfair to call them average.
See, here's the thing
Really
about Shrub.
flawed.
I was doing a Golden Island remix, and I put Shrub with like Reedling and Octopus, and it was so good there. But they put it in the wrong verse where it doesn't really get to shine. So yeah.
Yeah, like all this stuff, like they contribute, but they're not flawed. They just get outshined. So it's unfair to call them average either.
I argue Pango is really good, and these three I don't know where to put to. Well, I don't like Jumpler to be
Scups is
honest.
pretty good. I've heard Scups. Yeah, Scups and Shrub are pretty good.
All right, Scups is weird because I don't know why, but I've never been a fan of their rhythm. I feel like it always like the rhythm just felt out of place for me for some reason. I don't vibe with it.
I think it's good. I mean, they did as much as they could with Scups.
I think Drumpler is honestly clutter.
No.
Do you think we could put Scups in contributes but can be flawed?
I give it average air filler to be honest. Like I
don't
would
know,
not.
I don't think.
I would not put Scups above Thumpies.
Alright, that's fair. We can put Scups there.
And then I'd give Jumpler exists.
Okay, considering what you said about Shrub, we can put it in contributes but can be flawed.
Yeah.
You just said it's in a different verse. It shouldn't be in.
Yeah, and then Jumpler doesn't do anything.
I agree with this. This is a completely fair placement for all of them.
Yeah, that's a fair placement for the four.
All right, next. We got.
Can we talk
Overshadowed
about Time Pop and
percussionists.
together if we get to them?
No,
This
we're
is
talking
so
about
sad.
Rare Box.
Yo, riff, but more rhythmic. It's literally riff, but more rhythmic. That's all I
This is a
would
good
say.
track. I vibe with it.
It's in the same boat as Punkleton's gonna be, where it's background noise.
I think about this Riverwalks, you can actually like hear the lyrics, so it just makes it a lot more fun to sing along to. It's one of Riverwalks' biggest strengths. It's really fun to sing along to.
You know what? I think Rare Wobox is like very weird for me
It's
to
a
play.
good rhythm
I
too.
guess-
It's very catchy. One of the most memorable ones.
I don't even think any of the tiers fit for me, but if there's a tier that fits the most, I guess it's massively contributes.
I think that's fair to place it there.
I don't.
Because is it really above and beyond?
I don't even think it contributes.
No. Where Robot
Yeah, that's
nowhere
fair. We
above
gotta
and
put
beyond.
it in contributes massively.
I don't think it contributes massively. I just think it's background noise.
Yeah, well, that depends on how much you like it, I guess. Because I wouldn't call it flawed, and it definitely isn't average.
I really love the track, but in the full song, it's just not doing much.
I see what you mean.
I put it
that
in my
regard, it can
remix.
be
I
background.
gave it. If I remember right, it was a Rare Wobox solo where what played was like Smoochel and Punkleton, and that went really well when you don't have any of the other stuff playing. And I don't think Riff
I
was
guess
there
we'll
either.
say contributes but can be flawed. That sounds fair.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'd put it.
I agree with that then.
Yeah, I feel like it just like him. was just done dirty because like the song doesn't give him a moment to shine.
All right, but where will Ox above anyone?
And can we talk about Punkleton? Because like Punkleton's like literally the same. Like I feel how I feel about Rare Wilbox is how I feel about
I
Punkleton.
say that
I'm not a
Punkleton
big
extends on
fan.
Cybop.
Like this. Okay, if we're being real, this is Punkleton's worst island by a landslide.
No.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am not a fan of this.
Yeah,
honestly.
you know what? Yeah, that's fair because like Plant Island's like
At
very
worst, I
noticeable.
put it in clutter.
Continent
I
is
don't, I
like
don't know if it's fair to
continent.
say it weakens the island.
I
It
But
definitely
yeah,
weakened me.
honestly, I think despite all of this, I think Punkleton amplifies Cybop, and that's good enough for me.
I don't think it does, to be
I don't have an
honest.
opinion on it. At worst, I put it in clutter.
I think it's just more stuff that comes in that verse.
I don't know.
I mean, at least it kind of fits with the intensity. But
I
I don't
feel
know,
like-
man.
Okay,
I
with
feel
Good
like
Heart.
Punkleton and Cybop weirdly blends in together very well.
You guys are gonna have to
for
be the
me.
Punkleton Gold Island defendants.
All
'cause
right,
I
here
don't know what to think
here's the
of it.
thing.
I'm
I
just not
I
fan.
with Good Heart, I do not see myself putting it next to Sponge.
You know what? You're right. That's right. You know what? At least it is a very good Punkleton performance. Like, you're right. We can't put it with Sponge.
And, like,
Actually, yeah, you're
Punkleton-
right. All right. At
Punkleton
worst, we can
also
put it with
extends-
average air filler then.
Yeah, Punkleton also like kind of boosts like the notability of the rhythm of riff as
All right.
well.
We're either putting it in average or flawed.
I'd give it. I would put it with Rare Wilbox. I think it's right next to Rare Wilbox.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe I'm being too harsh.
I don't think
Oh,
it's
speaking of
anything
Cybop.
notable. Like I definitely like Rare Wilbox better, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, Roblox easily the better of the two.
All right, next monster is Quirister.
Yo, okay, course is weird because it's one of those monsters where like maybe it's not the best thing, but it is vital to the song.
Chorister for me is like the opposite of riff. Like Chorister is mostly carried by the sound font.
Yeah, Chorister is carried by the fact that it's a choir. Like you can't go wrong with it.
It's
But at the
kind of
same time,
disappointing.
Beyond, actually, no, it's massively contributes for easily.
I mean, it kind of is high tier by
It is high tier,
default.
absolutely.
Because it's like
vital for that verse.
if you
It
don't have
adds so much.
Quirister, you don't have a verse, and that's facts.
Can we
Yeah,
can we put
Chorister, you
Chorister
need
in
the song
above and
for the
beyond
song
air
function.
filler?
What?
Like, if you're just
Chorister
going to
in above
describe
and
what
beyond
makes
air filler.
Chorister so great on this island, you're just describing why choirs are great.
Because
all you
It's
need
an
to say is
above
that
average air
Chorister is
filler. It's
Chorister.
literally what it is. Its role is an air filler and it does it really good.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
Chorister is the self-explanatory monster of all time. Everyone loves it.
it's Quirister. What can you
No,
say?
it's Chorister.
It's one. It's
Quartet.
one of those monsters. Well, you have to say is their name, and everyone
Don't
understands.
Chorister me, bitch.
Shut.
Alright, lady.
Shut.
Yeah, bro. Follow pronounce the name of quad monsters correctly challenge.
Shut. Next monster. Oh wait,
Alright,
there's
what's
one
next?
left. Cybob.
Let's go. It's the dip.
Dep depa dep dep da doom now. Depa dep dep ba doom.
I feel like Cybop on gold is kind of like. Alright, I want
This
to
is a
say
great
something.
Cybop.
I think Cybop on gold is literally just cold octopus again. It's like it has a good rhythm, but
No,
it's
this
just like
is way, bro.
the
What are you
most
want? This is so much better
monotonic-
than Cold
the
Octopus.
most monotone, least notable thing on Gold Island.
What?
No, see, here's the thing, because Cybop at least has like himself.
What do you mean the most nothing thing on this island? It's like one of
Yeah,
the best
Cybop
things
is
on this
not
island.
nothing. Like Cybop at least has his spunk.
He's
Like
Alright,
Octopus,
okay, yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Put it in Punkleton.
Like
Just put it in
Cybop can be
Punkleton.
monotone and still be good.
Literally just put Cybop in Punkleton. That's just.
No, it's way better than.
I
Actually,
honest to God, I give it. Actually, maybe that's a
I
little
don't
too
think
generous.
it's flawed at all, honestly.
Maybe above and beyond is too generous, but at least high
Oh,
tier.
yeah, it definitely isn't above and beyond because like Psyop is really good, but it's probably you probably aren't gonna. Yeah, you're definitely not gonna notice it.
No, you are,
It's one
because
of
like the
those things
main
you gotta pay
thing.
attention to, like on a couple listens. It's like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, that's fair.
It's like the main thing of his verse. What do you mean you're not gonna listen to it?
Okay, but like, all right, we're gonna have to.
Technically,
Yeah.
we're Wobox and now Epic Wobox.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Epic Wobox.
Blah, blah.
I mean, there's no actual melody going in that verse, so yeah. All right, now we're talking
Yeah,
about
it's
every
just
monster that plays in more than one
atmosphere.
verse. So here we go.
Wow, finally, we're going to the legendary monsters.
Oh boy,
Kind of literally two.
this is gonna be an interesting one because we're talking about
Oh yeah.
where Shelby.
All right, we can just.
Weekend Island, Shelby Weekend Island.
Even if this is the weakest island, he still carries.
He carries until he doesn't, and when he doesn't carry, it's so bad.
Liam, alright, we gotta address the elephant in the room. So when people talk about Gold Island's flaws, one of the biggest things they mention is in the middle verse when Shelby just stops playing for whatever reason, and it's just emptiness. And for some reason, a lot of people really dislike that.
It's even worse because of a certain other monster.
I personally don't see it like I always saw it as like an intentional like way of the song. Like I always saw that part as
honestly,
intentional,
if
like it
Shelby,
intentionally
like-
stops.
If
Like that was
Shelby,
their
like,
vision for the song, so I always like got behind it. Like, oh, I noticed that, but like, oh, I don't hate that. That's probably just what they intended the song to.
I know
That's
I
how they
wouldn't.
intended it to work.
I know I would not blame Shelby for this because Epic Wobox is like released like 10 years afterwards. But if Shelby does like the thing like what Pong Ping does on Fairies with Squat, I think that would be way better.
I am one of those people that absolutely hates how Shelby just cuts off. Cause like we're building up intensity, the song builds up, it goes camp, it's everything is going, everything is flowing, and then just halfway through, it just stops. And
yeah,
then
but it's clearly intentional.
yeah, it's intentional, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
it allows you to
honestly,
focus
one
on
other
everything
monster-
more.
No,
One other monster kind of just does that anyways.
I feel like the
it's
cutoff
like
just
percussion
ruins it.
leading,
Like the
and
cutoff
it
just ruins Shelby
it
for
just
me.
amplifies everything.
I don't
'Cause
get
you can,
how
like,
that
listen to it
amplifies
without, like,
everything.
percussion going on.
I wouldn't agree with that at all. I don't agree at all. I think it's I'm being completely honest. The highest I'm gonna give it is contributes but can be flawed because it does contribute, but that cutoff
Alright.
is awful.
I will at least acknowledge that, yeah, like if it, regardless if it's intentional or not everyone's gonna like it. So that is the highest I think Shelby deserves.
I actually think it weakens Island.
No,
No.
that's way too harsh.
That is way too harsh on it.
That is actually a horrible opinion.
Ha!
Wow, Arrow, you just brought out the toxicity.
Listen,
in Arrow.
you cannot tell me that Shelby is the same tier as Dan to do. Like no way.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Like-
At least Shelby is good.
At least Shelby, like for the one part where it doesn't play, like
There are two sickening parts of Gold Island. One of them involves Shelby. One of them involves Danny Doo.
Okay, but you're talking about a part that Shelby doesn't even play, so is it really Shelby?
okay, here's the thing. Like Shelby, like his
Or
problem.
a lack of Shelby.
Shelby's the problem. Not or sorry. Shelby's problem is that he doesn't play in a very important part where he definitely should play because transition reasons. Dan Dedue's part is it plays and then plays where it doesn't where it shouldn't play because transition reasons and it sounds bad on its
Yeah,
own.
but like you can have percussion leave
Can we just
and
Can we just
still
put
be a good
Shelby on
transition. Like,
contributes and
it's
say,
not done, but Ethereal Workshop does that. Or like
can we just
the
put Shelby
percussion
on
leaves to transition into the second Ogler verse.
I
and no one
don't-
complains about that.
Okay, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not even gonna mention anything on that song because it's not even done. So there's no point in
I
saying
know.
that.
I said it's not done either. I'm just using it as an
Yeah, can we
example
just-
because
can we
it does the same thing that Shelby on this island does, where the percussion leaves to transition into a verse.
Well, I don't
Can we
see that
just
as
put-
valid because the island's not done.
Can we just put
Well,
Shelby
yeah,
on?
but there's an aspect. Okay, fair.
Yo, you're literally talking about an unfinished island.
I know it's unfinished. I'm not talking about the whole thing. I'm just talking about a specific thing it does because it does exactly what Gold Island does.
Plus, it doesn't even do it in like a new verse. And it just does it again when it like eventually repeats because Epic Wobox.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
The verse did get extended. I guess we'll address that when we talk about Epic Roblox then. Let's move on.
All right.
Yeah.
Shelby's.
Honestly, I would be happy if Shelby's put up there, and then we just shift all of the blame to Epic Warbox.
Listen,
Bruh.
Shelby's a mixed bag. He does good, but he has one really bad moment. All right, next monster. Pummel! Let's go!
Pummel.
Cricket.
It's weirdly one of the more noticeable percussion, even though Pummel's like known for being not very noticeable.
I only noticed it in the chorister verse. Where else does it play?
And okay, it plays in the
Plays
first section.
in the first verse.
It's transitioned in the first verse. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I think it's high tier. Think it's so good.
Agreed. I honestly
can
agree.
get behind it, but I only noticed it in one verse.
That's because Congo just plays over it in the
Alright,
first
that's fair.
section.
Yeah, I'm willing to give Pummel some praise.
Like that's honestly a solid transition.
Yeah, I agree. It is a really good track.
It is a really good transition because then you have Clamble that uses a crash and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, it does transition. Yeah, this is Pog. What am I saying?
Bruh.
I forget it trans. I literally forgot it did his thing. Yeah, fucking let's go.
Yeah,
Pummel's good on this island.
Yep.
Yeah, Pummel's goated. Pummel's awesome on this island.
Bro, I think Pummel's legendary.
Ah, yes! Best monster ever! Let's go!
Could we realistically put it? I don't think we're gonna do it, but is there an alternate universe where we could realistically put it in Above and Beyond?
Yeah, yes. There are some islands that I'm thinking about that Pummel's absolutely above and beyond.
No, I meant Gold Island specifically. Or are we gonna keep it in Mass Week Contributes?
Okay, it's high tier, but like
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I feel like if it played more, it would probably like. Actually, you know what? If you know how Shelby does the cutoff, imagine that, but then Pummel comes in right after. I think it would have done both of them so much better.
True. Pummel's good on this island.
Yeah, Pummel's a pretty good monster.
I mean, if it's not for another monster.
All right,
Okay,
T-Rocks. We're getting all the percussion out of the way now.
This one's good.
Paolo's favorite monsters that literally do their job.
But it's good.
It's Shelby, but it doesn't have the awkward cutoff issue.
Cool sound font on this island. It's very noticeable.
I am honestly baffled that this like metallic, just gritty sound does not play on the last verse. And you know what? I'm down for it.
It's a good sound both by T-Rock standards and from the island. Because it fits T-Rock's, because like it sounds like construction, and it fits Gold Island because of all like the reverb it has.
You know what? Like, I would have honestly probably just put it in the whatever tier. But because it plays where Shelby doesn't, that makes it instantly super important. That's my genuine reasoning. I think it's high tier. Like, it does Shelby, but at least it doesn't have the cutoff.
Bruh. That's like one of the honestly one of the least genuine reasons to put something in high tier, and I'm all down for it.
Wait, I missed it. What do we say?
I put it in high tier just because it doesn't have the awkward cutoff that Shelby has.
Oh my gosh. I mean, regardless of that, that is like the perfect place to put T-Rocks.
I mean, it is. He does a lot.
Yeah, you notice him.
I guess all that's left is like Peak and Epic Warbox.
All right, next month.
Bro, we still have a bunch of stuff left.
Okay, we really are getting all the percussion out of the way. We're talking about Clamble now.
Clamble good. Clamble does what he needs to do.
Honestly, Clamble's massively contributes at worst, but honestly, my bias really wants to put it in Above and Beyond.
All right. Well, what intricacies lie in Clamble and Gold Island, Leon? Why don't you tell us that?
Well, it duets really well with Pummel. It's one of the most noticeable things on Gold Island, and the fact that it transitions to that loop point is honestly really good. But
I don't know if I have the bearings to put it above
If Pummel does the exact same thing and Clamble is just more noticeable, then they both deserve the same tier. But yeah, I can get behind. You know what I love, guys? I love when Clamble actually like uses its cymbals and his notes and can be heard in the song.
Clamel actually has a constant rhythm. That's like the difference between it and Pummel.
It
Like,
is
Pummel
a
only has
constant
that in the
rhythm,
last verse.
and then it transitions to verses. Yeah, Clamble. Wow, guys, isn't it cool when Clamble uses its cymbal roll? It's really good.
I'd honestly want to put it above and beyond, but that's probably because of bias.
That's too.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
too
I'm not
generous.
opposed. I mean, we could put Clamble and Pummel's duet above and beyond. It would be really funny, but I don't know.
That's too generous.
Yeah.
All right, next
Wow,
monster.
even by hollow standards.
That's too generous for Pummel at least.
No,
Pummel's
it's too
no
generous for
way.
both of them.
Pummel is fucking ass.
Okay, Raph.
Hey, I'm back, guys.
Okay, let's
No
give
way.
Raph a shout out.
Nobody asked.
Nobody fucking
Wow.
asked for you exist, Liam.
Arrow is not having a good time. All the bad vibes are going into Arrow.
I'm turning into TC Nick 3.
No one
It's about
was
to release
literally
the
that
toxicity.
Let's
Wait,
go!
no.
Sugar Bush time!
Hey, guys, I think it would be objectively correct to put Sugar Bush in the legendary tier because think of it, Sugar Bush is a legendary monster.
Oh, Sugar Bush, Sugar Bush, the fucking goat.
Guys, where do you want to put Sugar Bush on this tier list?
Legendary, duh.
Any objections?
Honestly, I don't object.
That last
Sugar Bush is
drum
really
on his
good.
first track is honestly makes Sugar Bush above and beyond already. And then it does have that all of this other shit too.
It's such a
And
good
the
track.
second
Like the
track,
Druid Jamboree,
and the
it's so
second track.
good.
The first track already does enough. That last strum already does good enough. But it has a second track and it's equally as good.
Are you kidding? It's better. Because it goes, yeah, 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 and it fills in so
true,
much dead air.
Yeah. Like, bro, Christian Bush knows what he's doing in MSM songs.
Alright, let's get this. This is going for your first legendary puppy in Heroes.
Wow, what a shocker. The legendary monster gets legendary tier.
Alright.
If only Warnos can achieve that.
Well, they're not on this island, so you get what you get.
They're not on this island. Shut your damn crackhead mouth.
This is Royals Roblox.
Wow, I think literally all is left is Peak and Epic Wubbox.
Bro just said peak twice.
Yeah, bro, just said peak twice.
Peak
That's
twice.
really funny. All right, so which of the 4 peaks are we gonna start that first?
Let's see.
I see.
Smoocho, yes! Oh my god, I'm gonna talk about Smoocho on Gold Island. Let's go!
Alright, let's let
This is
Hollow
hype.
take the spotlight. He deserves it. The original Shanty server is the gold Smoochel icon.
Oh my god, you
I think
guys.
I'm their spokesperson for Smoochel.
Smoochel on this island is what made me fall in love with Smoochel in general, because, like, Air Island's good, but this is something else. Just the way the two voices meld into each other, the way they go with intensity, the way they actually save that awkward cutter from being absolutely terrible because they actually add something to it, unlike Emperor. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful all around. They work amazingly well with all the monsters they play with.
Yeah, the fact that Smoochel plays the same track in 2 completely different tone verses and it does really good at both is already like above and beyond at worst.
God, it's
I
such
think
an
that's the one
amazing.
thing I'd like to point out. Like, not only is it a great seasonal track, a great Smoochel track, but like it plays in 2 completely tonally different verses and works.
That's literally what I just said.
I know, and I'm just reinforcing the point. Like, you think Smoochel like wouldn't work in the chorister verse with how intense it is, but this pleasant, lovey-dovey voice, like, it works perfectly. And I think that's probably just because like it doesn't clash. It's just one of those things like, oh hey, this works. And I didn't expect it to work, but it does, and it's just a welcome addition.
Dum 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 ah. That's so pleasing to listen to.
It's a great seasonal track, great social track. It's perfection incarnate.
Does it deserve legendary? That's the question.
I could make a case for it.
I am
What
not
about you, Liam?
opposed.
I'm not opposed either. Let's put it in legendary. Fuck
Let's
it.
go! Legendary Dios Mucho, where it deserves to be forever and ever. Dum 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 da da. Mwah mwah mwah
Alright,
mwah
so we've
mwah.
got-
Perfection,
So the
perfection,
two
perfection.
monsters left are either peak instrumental,
And
Peak instrumental. We get it, Liam.
Bogart.
Can we just put this in legendary already?
Yeah, it's the monster that needs no introduction.
Yeah.
This is
If Forrester does Forrester things, Bogart does Bogart things.
And Bogart things are better than Chorister things in this case.
You don't have Bogart, you really don't really have the song.
The way it duets with Quibble is perfection. The way it duets with Smoochel is perfection. The way it duets with Sugar Bush is perfection. The way it duets with everything is perfection. It's perfection. It's just fucking perfection.
It's perfect in Deej verse. I really like how it like actually amps up in the oh shit, what there's so much shit in this freaking song, man. I like how it ramps up in like the octopus verse, yeah, that's what we'll call it. Yeah, Liam knows. Yeah, it's really good. And
Yeah.
it just gets even more intense in the Corsair verse.
In the Octopus
It does
verse,
everything it needs to do.
it's super complex in the Octopus verse. I'll give it that. And you can say the exact same thing about Quibble, because that's what we're talking about next!
Bro, Quibble,
Quibble's second track
honestly
is
amazing.
Quibble's second track, in my opinion, is already like one of the best tracks in
Dude,
MSM history.
Like, this is probably the best track on the island. Quibble's second track.
It's
Here's-
one of the best tracks in MSM history. It's actually beautiful.
They finally cooked with Quibble. Like, Quibble was always good because it's a piano. But, like, it being a piano on top of just such great sounds.
This is like making the piano work to its fullest advantage.
Yeah,
Fullest potential.
Everything works so perfect. The first track is sad. It's a send-off. It's perfect. It's emotional. And then the second track is just all of that ramped to 100. It is just more interesting. It's beautiful. It's complex. It's interesting. It's breathtaking, amazing. And the third track is again just perfect. It's intense. It's ominous. It's a perfect send-off.
Dun 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 bum. Beautiful rhythm right there. Like it's got a great rhythm too. Let's be real. Ba da dum.
Legendary easily.
You know what's something I've noticed actually? Like in that verse, everything just kind of stops right there to let Quibble just go dun dun dun. Like nothing plays in that little part. Everyone's just giving Quibble its moment to shine.
Guys, no, never mind. Quibble plays a sour verse. It goes on Weekend's Island
No, see,
here.
this is why Shelby stopping is a good thing because you can hear Quibble better.
What? Nah.
All right, fine. I'll take my leave. Top of legendary, no contest.
Alright, this is the best monster on the island by default.
Finally gotten to the last of the 4 peaks.
Okay, listen. Real quick. With Quibble's first and third track only, it'd probably be like here, but that second track just puts it into legendary.
Yes.
It's literally one of the best tracks in all of MSM, no question. Okay, here we go. I've been dreading this one.
Chaos. Let's go.
Oh boy. I honestly have beats about Epic Will Box and Gold.
It's Lee and Sugar Daddy. Let's go.
No, it's not. No, it's not. If this is my sugar daddy, it would be abandoned on day one.
It's Dandy Doo's dad.
Okay, so you know how
Dandy Doo
Shelby.
introduced Leon to her dad.
Everybody deafen when Liam's speaking, alright?
No.
Alright. So you know
Oh wait, no, yeah, you're right.
Shelby You know Shelby's
Everybody
problem?
gets it.
Epic Wobox is like this for the entire song. And worst of all, it
Tell us
does
when
this
you're
at
done
the
yapping,
same
Liam.
part at Shelby as well. Because it always stops at the second half. Where Shelby exactly stops. So it just makes this problem 10 times worse. And
Yeah, but
also
it's
makes
not
the
that
last
bad.
verse kind of feel disappointing.
No, I
Alright.
disagree. I don't think it's
Bro,
that bad.
it ended too early in the last verse.
Okay, yeah, fair. I feel like that is the biggest thing with Evan Wubbox. Like,
Is he done?
Yeah.
and all the placements could just be reversed, and it would be infinitely better. Like,
Is he done?
I don't know why it stops.
Yes,
I don't
he's
know why
done.
it starts with the growls and then percussion. Like, it should be like percussion first and then growls.
You want to
Because
know
that's
my
how
opinion?
you do a good ramp up.
Here's my opinion on Epic
But
Wobox.
instead, it's growls first and then percussion, and it's just really awkward for a lot of people.
Here's my
I just
opinion.
wanna say, like,
It's like
I like this.
the 5 percussion tracks that it has are like would put it beyond legendary tier. It was so amazing. Those 5 tracks, amazing. However,
Actually, I think
it's the
There's that volume
placements.
slider issue where like you can't change
Alright,
the volume
that's the thing,
and
though.
it be
It's
good.
not even like the sounds are bad. We agree they're good sounds. They just play in the complete opposite parts they should. Personally, it doesn't bother me, but I don't think that can go overlooked. So I think it deserves contributes, but can be flawed. Because it definitely isn't average.
I think honestly in the Earth phase is where it works best because it's like at the end, so it like puts like an actual end to it, and then the freaking the transition
God,
sound.
yeah, the fucking Earth phase would go so hard if it played at the very end.
But then we wouldn't have the freaking last part. It would just cut off weirdly.
No, because because then the song would just start off with the
N-
Actually, maybe that would cover up Pummel and
yeah,
Clambo. God.
You
I think the
know,
Earth phase is the perfect placement.
honestly, I could get behind everything if it wasn't for the transition noise it makes, because it's so in your face when it does it.
it's
Okay.
The transition noise is good though.
literal
It's really cool,
noise.
and it helps the transitions.
No. Okay, I'm gonna be so
Literally
real with you
noise
guys.
is-
I'm gonna be so real with you
It's
guys.
literally
With good
not
heart,
music. It's just noise.
with good heart, I cannot say this thing is good. I just can't. I honestly just can't say this thing is good. I would honestly to God, like the problems are so egregious. I think the negatives just outweigh the positives.
No, because
I can't get over it.
Yeah, it
Like,
has so many
Evan Wubbox like at
problems.
least adds a lot of like re-listenability to Gold Island.
I would argue not.
I just feel like the Epic Wobox on Gold Island has so many problems that I really don't think it could be overlooked.
No, I agree. The problems are definitely there. But I'd say it contributes but flaws.
It's like
Because
everything I
it
said, and
certainly
then also
contributes.
the noisy percussion stuff that like transitions from Wobox to
It
Wobox.
is transition. Like it's not noise. Like you can discern the rhythm. Like the dun 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 dun.
Liam needs to learn what noise is. Besides, if it was actual noise, he'd like to like.
You're right, Arrow. That's
Arrow
you're
knows
no
the
guys.
voices.
Arrow is so right. Where Leon's talking about Firehaven Wobox. You're so right, Leon.
Yeah, guys, Arrow is so right. That is literally what Gold Epic Wobox sounds like to me.
Well then, maybe Bo isn't all ears as we thought.
These guys every time we talk about an island. We'll talk about Haven during the Arrow
Arrow,
takeover.
you're the one who keeps bringing up Haven, bro. I don't want to hear it.
We talk about Haven. Wait, no, we cannot talk about Haven because there's no Epic Wobox on Haven.
Your
But
mom's
who's
on
the one
Haven.
who's saying the peak Haven takeover will be soon? I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it from either of you.
Yeah.
Someone's coping.
Bro, imagine Epic Wobox on Haven actually making it peak.
Okay, we don't need to talk about
We
this.
don't even need to.
No, go Roblox. Do you understand this?
Anyways, where are we ranking it? I'm ranking it
I think
on Weekend
at
Island.
most it'll get contributes, but can be flawed. Personally, I can over. Well, no, the flaws are there. They just don't bother me.
They bother.
wouldn't
I
want
agree.
to
I'm
bother
sorry. I
people,
agree with
so-
Leon. It bothers me a lot. I'd put it Weekend Island.
I'd put it where high score
Like
puts it.
if it was just
I
the 5
definitely don't
percussion
think
tracks,
Weekend
I put it
Island.
here.
Actually, the tie though.
If it was only the 5 percussion tracks, it'd be up here. But it has horrible placements and that godforsaken weird ass noise it does in between the tracks and yeah.
I don't even think it's that bad though. This is actually going to be difficult now because we like. Okay, what am I saying? We're both completely divided. Two of us think its contributors can be flawed, and two of us think it's weak in the island. So like, we gotta find a middle ground.
The middle ground's gonna be in its own tier, but I don't know what to call it.
Realistically, that would put it in exists, but I don't think
it's not exists.
Yeah, it does exist, but it does more than just exists.
It does work.
Yeah,
Okay. It's so weird because it does a lot great and a lot awful. It's the most polarizing monster to talk about,
including its volume.
Well, Leon, what's the number one rule about Monstercast?
Bro, it's both really loud.
don't
It's
talk
both too
about
loud and too
volume.
quiet at the same time.
we don't talk about volume. No. Had to do that. Anyways,
This man Leon is.
We might actually have to make an epic Roblox tier
it is
It's like-
getting its own tier.
above exists because we're completely divided.
It's not an. It's definitely not an average air filler though.
Oh, are you gonna at least put
Yeah,
Epic
true.
Roblox
Like it's
in
not
the
average. Like the
Are
tracks are
you at
good.
least going to put Epic Roblox in the ugly?
Yeah, it's
It
going.
would
It's
have to
probably
be
gonna go in the ugly.
contributes, but flawed. then,
Actually, no, it's not
'cause
gonna go
it
in the ugly.
absolutely has flaws, and it absolutely contributes.
Like, you think it's bad. We think our personal opinions kind of just puts it down to being controversial. And
I
it's
think
just the most
logically it has to be
polarizing thing.
contributes, but
Like,
flawed.
honestly, I think this is like the definition of the ugly. Like, this is like the talking point. That it's like,
You can't
Nah.
be ugly.
Nah.
Guys, I fucking glitched.
L. Okay.
But I.
Here's where we're gonna put
yeah,
it.
I get it. You're a robot, and we're talking about the robot monster.
I
Okay.
glitched so much because you were being fucking stupid, Leon.
Huh. Okay.
The 5 tracks are good.
Okay. No.
1 track.
5. It's getting the 5 amazing tracks. Not so amazing placements. And
you can just write epic Roblox in that tier.
no, it needs this
Right,
explanation.
It's
Actually,
really funny just to have epic Roblox tier.
You do not.
actually no. Best percussion held back by awful flaws. No, I'm just gonna
Just
say
write
great.
epic Roblox, bro. That would be really funny.
Actually no.
Buddy, just write. Buddy, you don't need to write all this.
No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
should
great.
all write epic Roblox in this tier.
Yes.
Nah.
Although the democracy is aside, so you need to write epic Roblox in this tier.
No, that's not specific enough.
What do you mean? It's literally epic Roblox tier is literally just for epic Roblox.
I'm gonna
It's
put it.
specific as
I'm gonna put it as I see fit, and this is how I see fit. Cope.
And it's like Forrester, bro. It's self-explanatory.
Actually, can we
It's
put
not.
Shelby in great percussion held back by awful flaws then?
Do we wanna?
Above Epic Roblox, obviously.
Nah,
Yeah, I don't wanna either. I don't think it
it's
deserves.
really funny just to have epic Roblox in one tier. That's all you need to say.
I honestly feel bad putting it above Thumpy, so.
It's way better than Thumpies.
Put that tier below Thumpies.
Nah.
Not to think about where it came from, or so help me.
Bro, this is literally worse than Common Roblox.
Okay,
I said
whatever.
it.
Okay, listen.
Bro,
No.
you're actually tweaking, bro.
Literally no. I'm
You have the
okay.
worst takes ever.
Okay, listen. It does weaken the island for me, but with good heart, I cannot say that I like this better than I like this. Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
Bro is
So
tweaking.
here we
What I
are.
like about Epic Roblox and the Common Roblox is just that there's way more to hate about Epic Roblox than Common Roblox.
Well, I have my
Leon,
I have my
please
usual
shut
bias
the fuck
against
up,
Wobox.
like that.
Paula just has trauma of common Roblox. We get it, Leon.
Yeah, true. Okay, so looking at this tier list, I'ma be so real with you y'alls. I, with good heart, just cannot call this island good. Like, with good heart, just can't.
I think it's good.
No, I think it's horrible and Epic Roblox
Liam,
is
that's
kind of the
way
final
too
nail in the
harsh.
coffin.
It's not
That's way too
horrible,
harsh,
it's just really, 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 really iffy.
Like, it's not an island that we'll always revisit. But like when I do, like I don't have an awful time. Like I really enjoyed listening to Gold Island.
I honestly
Just
think it's
earlier.
worse than Sanctum.
Worse than Sanctum?
I think Leon just might
Yes.
be fucking crazy.
Literally, like, Gold Island somehow has the one monster problem that Sanctum has, but also has like all the clutter as well.
I really don't think it's that bad because like at least Gold Island is consistent.
At least Gold Island actually transitions well into its verses. Marvelous!
I think Gold Island is good. That would die on the cell.
I don't
Bro,
can't.
okay,
I will not change your mind. Wow, we are divided again. Two of us think it's shit. Two of us think it's great. What are we gonna do now?
Sanctum is honestly like one of the best transitions.
We were talking about Sanctum, Leon.
Bruh.
We're talking about gold.
Well, we gotta have to update the Monstercast somehow.
Okay, listen.
Oh yeah, true. We gotta talk about our opinion on Sanctum Dipsters, guys.
Okay, no one cares.
We're
Okay,
gonna-
listen
we're gonna save
though.
that for Monstercast
I am
without
so
saying what's your opinion on
tempted.
Sanctum Dipsters?
I am so tempted to put Reeling in Above and Beyond. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know if that's
you
my
want
bias
to,
though.
just go with your heart.
I want to put in Above and
Go
Beyond
with
though.
Actually, yeah, can we
Do
just have
it.
Hollow? Can we just have Hollow to tier things in his own way? Because that's what we did like last time with the tier list.
Okay, listen. If it was my
we
own
put
tier list,
Hollow in
like
Above and
most of
Beyond
these
tier,
monsters
then?
would be in clutter tier. Like pretty much most of these would be in clutter tier, and that's pretty much all it would change. Okay, can we do this though? Can we put Reeling Above and Beyond, please?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Can we put Pummel in actually, no, never mind.
Go with your fart, Hollow.
Shut up.
Hollow farts in a jar. I'd smell
All
those.
right, I'm looking at this tier list. I, honest to God, for
Smells
what it is,
spicy.
like I just think it's too many monsters in this lower section to really warrant it being good. I'm gonna be real.
Well, see, the thing is that all those monsters are just stuff you don't even notice.
You do notice them. You don't notice them individually, but in the full song,
Okay, yeah,
you
true.
notice them.
You always notice some. Yeah, some of the ones you do can be.
I honestly
bad.
still think that it's like really bad.
Yeah, your opinion on Gold Island is literally just because of two monsters, Leon. I don't want to hear it.
None of
Are
us.
you
Actually, no,
both
three. My bad.
technically-
My bad. I forgot about your girlfriend, Danny.
Yeah,
Girlfriend.
me and a bitch.
Nah, bro. We know you're still going back for the Dandy to see.
Shut.
Nope.
Yeah,
No.
with good heart, I just can't call this island good. It's got way too many problems.
I can overlook. No, those problems are definitely there. Like I can see why the problems can make people dislike the island. I still really enjoy Gold Island, though. I think it's a
would
good
have
island.
agreed, but honestly, with my opinion on it, I probably would think more harshly than Hollow.
I think I'm just the opposite opinion. Like Gold Island has so many strengths that I don't want to like undermine those.
Like
Although,
the
no, it's not
strengths
just
it
three
has,
monsters.
like everything up here is absolutely incredible. Like Reedlink, Smoocho, Bogart, Furcorn, Quibble, incredible. But the problem is they're all amazing sounds put in with a bunch of half-ass mediocre sounds, and when you get like
Yeah,
solid 8 of
the
them,
trend
it
with all
brings
amazing
the whole
stuff
thing
is that
down.
it still stands out compared to all the stuff that doesn't even try to
Honestly,
stand
like
out.
even then, like we have an all-natural island that doesn't sound crowded at all with Tribal Island.
That's debatable.
No,
Yeah.
Tribal isn't crowded.
Well, it's
You mean
debatable.
debatable?
It's debatable in some parts of the song.
No.
I think Tribal is not crowded at all, but Gold is extremely crowded.
No, I will agree. Gold is crowded, but again, it's like all the crowding stuff is just noise, and then the stuff that actually stands out is stuff that is hearable, like stuff you can discern. Like it's not like it's complete noise, like you can't tell what you're listening to. The stuff we have like above and beyond is stuff that can easily be heard in the song, and it is very good stuff.
I agree with Drew that the absolute above and beyond legendary massively contributes tiers, shit like that, just absolute highlights like that, like are the main they are the main focus of the verses they're playing. They are pretty much what make the verses. They're everything to the verses. And just here's the problem though,
Shut up!
bruh.
We're letting Hollow speak.
That
Hold
was
on,
not
I was
that was not
saying,
even
bro.
arrow.
Hold on, let me mute because Zay's here.
Anyway, what was the thing? Right.
Alright,
So
continue on.
pretty much everything in like the higher tiers absolutely make this island. Some of these are even some of the best tracks in all of MSM. Cough cough quibble, cough cough, switchel, cough cough.
Bush.
And it's like so many absolutely amazing things. The problem with this island is that it's very, very muddy. and it can make it
Yeah.
really hard to focus in on the things you want to focus in on, like Sponge, Dandidoo, Blabbit Maw. Everything just doesn't really work with one another. Everything's just trying to play on top of each other, and that makes it really hard to really be able to even enjoy the absolutely amazing, incredible things like Furcorn, Deej, Mammoth, Potbelly, shit like that. And so that's one big blow of the island. Second blow is the goddamn cutoff that always bothered me. As it is in a full
What is it
song,
with Shelby?
yeah, as it is in a full song, I realize it's not really that bad, but it still is bad. And an epic box, again, some of the best percussion tracks on the island. That's absolutely ruined by the placements and that weird godforsaken transition noise it does. So it leaves the island feeling very mixed bag. And like the absolute clutter issues this island brings, like because it's so muddy, it's so hard to focus in on everything. Everything just playing on top of each other. Most things just not really working well with each other. It leaves it's a little like Cloud Island where half the monsters feel like throwaway. And for the good stuff that you want to hear, just gets either buried, overshadowed, or cucked. And yeah, like the first part is honestly unlistenable to me. I just can't even sit down and enjoy it. So my opinion is completely down to the other two parts, and my opinion on those is that the part with Octopus gets cucked by that cutoff, and that the ending is kind of boring. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this island. I don't think it's good at all.
All right.
All right. Okay. So I listened to everyone's arguments, and I've got to say I'm not convinced that it's good. I'm gonna give it the bad rating. I think that the common theme that
score, I think.
No, that's fine. I'll take that L because, like, again, like even when I was saying it's like, yeah, like even though I can personally get behind it, like I can listen to Gold Island at the same time. I can be like, yeah, I can see why some people would really not like this island.
Considering that I said it's bad, I don't have a thing to say about that.
here's the
I
thing.
score. I think we should incite a riot.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Guys, if you incited a
It's
riot,
fine.
you would be just as
I
bad
can
as
like
me.
something that other people don't like, bro.
Listen,
Yeah, if you
here's the
incited a riot,
thing.
you would be just as bad as me.
Here's the thing. Was good.
Listen, I
Like
cannot
I
justify
swear
some of the
down.
stuff you said.
No, here's the thing. I just could not make a. I just can't really make a convincing argument on why Gold Island is actually good. Like when I get to my script for writing this down, I just wouldn't be able to say anything. Like, yeah, there's some good monsters. That's about it.
Damn, so our freaking smoochal quibble praise was for nothing.
Yeah, sorry to say, but they just get kind of buried and overshadowed by the
Okay,
really
if they were buried,
mess.
they wouldn't even be noticeable.
Well, they're noticeable, but still, like
Yeah, so if they're noticeable, they're worth bringing up.
they are worth bringing them up. But I'm just saying, like the clutter, of, like it's the main argument point. The clutter of this island just completely holds everything back, and it's not.
I was saying it earlier, like the clutter, like can be tuned out because it's just so. Because if it was like interesting and complex, then it would just be a bunch of noises competing for each other. But the clutter is just really simple, not interesting
Yeah,
stuff.
that's not a
So you
good
don't even focus on it.
argument. That's not
Just
a.
background noise.
That's just not a good argument because I present to you Continent because Continent is a bunch of
Oh my god!
billion
everyone's-
melodies playing. It's the same thing. You know what? It's the same thing though, because you Kanaverse. Take the Kanaverse for example. So much things playing there, so many percussions, so many melodies, all the instrumentals, but it actually works because everything works as a combined unit and works as one. But this island, everything's just kind of doing its own thing, barely anything duets,
Yeah, I agree. Everything's just doing its own thing and not even
and
that
that's
good.
just and since that happens throughout the whole song, it can be straight up unbearable at times. So yeah, like with good heart, I just can't call this island good. Like I'm not gonna have any good reasoning for this once I get to the video. So with a heavy heart, it's getting the bad rating. It's
Damn
not
it.
not quite there.
We lost, boys.
We should incite a riot.
True. We gotta turn this. We gotta make this about race and cancel Hollow.
What?
We gotta find a way to make this political.
Alright, guys, there's the door.
There's the door. That's right.
I'm not even
You may hate me for this, but
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's it for
We're not
gold.
gonna
It
talk
it
about
it's
that
not
island.
it's not very good. Unfortunately, it's not.
Okay, guys.
Arrow,
Say something. Yeah, what's up?
Run
Should I
the-
run the outro?
Yep, it's time for the outro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run the outro.
You're gonna need to move out of the room for this one. I need to get into my zone.
Huh? There's a zone for this.
Something, plush, like, subscribe, share.
Liam, shut up. Alright. Thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and this channel's featured in this video. Especially me. I still need that talk show, especially after that yab session I just did. Especially. And please don't be scared to share your own opinions on this video and the video that this video is basically going to be the building block for. So yeah. Thank you for
God.
oh yeah, timestamp. Let's get on that one. So yeah.
Is this
thank you.
scripted?
No, this is all straight from the dome. So anyways, thank you for watching, and see you all next time.
Goodbye.
See, Drew, that's how you make an actual good outro. God damn.
Hollow, I haven't been prepared this whole time. This whole time, you were constant. I was always saying.
No. Don't give me excuses. Literally, don't give me excuses. I don't want to hear anything from you.